Hello YouTube, this is my LORTONE rock tumbler. It's a rotary tumbler. Made in USA. WA, is that Washington? We'll let you decide. Anyway, this has been stored away for over a dozen years and it's got rust in it. We'll show you this tumbler later. I started cleaning the rust off one rod and I realized you're going to have to do more than that. So I'll take the cover off here and we'll show you. I got to worry about rust that's in these plastic bushings, so this one comes out easy. It'll just pop up like this. It should. Just pop up out of the hole. It'll make a liar out of me. Like that. So that ain't no problem. Cleaning this one, I'm gonna have to take the pulley off. E-clip, C-clip here, and take it out of here. Because if I clean this up, you know there might be rust in that bushing. So I was defeating my purpose of thinking I can just clean it and down in this bushing. So we'll be back when we get that part out. And then it'll just be a simple thing of cleaning the rust off. At least you'll know how to take one of these apart. Okay, before we take it apart, we get you up close in case you have one of these. I said you got to take the pulley off. You're going to have to take that clip off. Yes, maybe no. We don't know yet. But we'll let you know. And then you got a bushing over here. And these bushings just pull off the end. That way I'm showing you an instructional video. Right. You may have one of these. Okay, let's get to work and get it apart. Okay, this is for my reference too. The pulley comes off. You got a C-clip here. Here's your bushing. Make sure your groove's here, because these grooves go through these holes and it drops down in there. The same as out here. But it does it from the inside. Now, as far as this one, same thing. Back here to back shaft. I'll give you better pictures when I'm done. Okay, let's clean everything up that's rusted. See what I said? It wouldn't do no good to defeat my purpose. Because then there's rust being the bushing and all that other stuff. Get it out of there. See? We'll take some really fine sandpaper, like 1,000 grit, 1,200. I got some that's a couple thousand. We'll get it clean. We also got some steel wool. We hate using steel wool because that stuff gets everywhere. Okay, back to work. Of course, you know that clip keeps that from pushing that way and falling out of the bushing. And how this turns is the tumbler turns it. That turns the tumbler and the tumbler turns this rod. I think you know what I mean. That'll clean this rusty one up. I just put some of my black Molly DM grease on it, Molly graphite. That's some kind of plastic bushing. Yeah, I got this. I got tired of hearing it one winter. It run like for a week to do a load of polishing rocks, 4 different steps, and so many. I just got tired of hearing. I gave up on the hobby. But out here in the shop, I'm gonna use it to tumble parts, like little screws and stuff, like with sand or aquarium gravel. They say works. You know, de-rust little parts. I'll show you the tumbler when I'm done, how it works, if I can remember how the lid goes on. Okay, enough of that. It is fascinating though, ain't it? Don't stick your finger in the fan. I'm far away than you think. See, look. See what this. Don't stick your finger in the fan. Okay, this end's a little chewed up, and it's on that end, not on this end. We could flip it around. We're going to stick this in my drill like a lathe and polish it out a little better. Because those are plastic bushings and it's just going to keep beating the bushing up. It had grease in it though, so it must have got some grit in it. Well, it looks better, so we're going to put it together. I mean, this isn't the space shuttle, it's a rock tumbler. That's how it works. You know, that really don't set down in the groove. It really doesn't. I know it's kind of a little wobbly there, but we're going to show you how we think the lid goes on. You tell me if you're wrong, if you have one. It's been, I said, over a dozen years since I used this, so we'll pause and we'll show you how the gasket goes inside the lid. Fascinating. What sci-fi TV show always had a character that would do that? Fascinating. Till one day he got yelled at by the doctor, Bones there. Stop saying that, Spock. Fascinating, fascinating. Now I'm positive I'm right. I can see there's a mark in here. This rubber gasket goes over here. Well, it's just crammed down in the drum. Then it goes in here. Like that. Then you put your washer and the thing on it. So I think I'm right. And when you tighten it, it's supposed to get this, well, this will seal it up. Because you're going to have water in here when you do rock tumbling. You always want to wash this really clean and let it dry. I think that was for sure there was a warning in there, but we're going to wash the outside of this a little bit. Put it back together, then we'll show you one more time with it turning around. Then we're out to find some aquarium gravel or some sand and see if we can get some parts to come clean, like little rusted screws or different things. We'll make a video on that someday. I thought I'd add this into the video before the video was over. Put a drop of oil on there if you wish. Whatever, I put on either side, but that's your decision. Not mine, because I don't want you to over oil it. Okay, you have 2 screws here, not these two screws. Make sure you get in that lip. I already messed that up. You got a screw here and a screw on the end. This one kind of stripped out, but it'll be okay. I clean it. So make sure you get it down these grooves, because I already put it together wrong once. So let's put the tumbler back in it again. Okay, I'm missing some rubber feet. See that? One fell off and I've lost 2. So you can always buy them. And we'll give you a picture of the label of this thing. There you go. I mean, I was thinking about the groove in that. I mean, it can't walk. Watch. There. But it does have a groove. That's probably just for clearance for that. The motor's turning that roller, which turns the drum, and this drum turns this roller. I know it sounds elementary, but some people may never had one of these, or they're not used to working on mechanical stuff, so I want to include plenty of information. I had this time once how many revolutions per minute it was. Believe me, I sat there with a watch and a Sharpie marker and counted it. It's pretty slow. So, if y'all want to look at your timer for a couple seconds here, we'll let it roll. Let me stop and I'll put a Sharpie marker on it. Now, okay, we're not going to look at our timer. You can look at yours. We'll let it roll here a little bit. If I say like 1001, 1002, 1003, it may be 60 RPM. It doesn't say on it. I'm sure that long on there. I mean, you do it for 5 seconds, take your time. You know what I mean? You don't have to sit there for a whole minute to figure it out. You can do it 10 seconds and figure it out, do the math. I'll just leave that Sharpie marker on there. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. It's something for me to do. These things cost about $60 when this is new, but now you can buy them all over the internet cheap. But I probably could have bought a cheap one back then, but I bought, you know, the most famous name. So we had enough of this toy. We're going to put it back in the box till we need it.